My name is Nicole Bassette, and I am the co-founder of the Renewal Workshop. So the products that we received come to the brands from damages or returns or warranty product. At this point, it is written off at the brands, and it's really truly their apparel waste. They don't have a solution for this product. So the first thing we do is assess the quality of the product. What we're trying to do is make sure that any product that can be renewed gets renewed and resold. So we're looking at the product and saying, yeah, this has another life in it. If it's deemed for renewal, then it gets cleaned in our liquid CO2 cleaning machine, which is waterless. Then the products start the renewal process. So we'll start to take in information about the product to help with the resale of it. So it's a women's large vest, it's pink, and then that product, if it has a repair, it's identified and it's sent on to our repair department. They'll do the repair there, and then they also add a label to the product, so it's co-labeled, so the customer knows that this is not a new piece of clothing, but it's been renewed. And then if we sell it online on our website, we will send it on to photography, where it gets a photo taken, then it's packaged, and then it's put into storage. So after quality assurance, if we've have the brands have already said they want to take the product into their sales channel, then we just fulfill an order or organize the product and box it up, and we'll ship it to them, and they can sell it through their stores or on their website or whatever channel that they choose to. So what's really interesting about managing inventory is that we have no idea what we're going to receive. So when we open a box and we wash everything, and then we actually store it by product type. And that allows us to then pull product for the right season. What's great about our company is that we have so much product from all the seasons from various brands, is that we can actually help fulfill people living in different climates or going on vacations or things like that. So we have a lot more flexibility than a traditional apparel company, which makes product for a certain season and is really limiting on what types of products they make. For the brand partners, they actually, the way we frame it is that they pay us a renewal fee. So yes, they're giving us the raw material. There's no cost to the raw material, and we're charging them for the cost of renewal. So they're actually not buying back their product. They're paying that value added service to the product. Because if they wanted to buy back the product, then we would have to take their raw material would have a cost to it, and that cost would be added onto the renewal fee for us to sell it to them. So it's actually not in their best interest to charge us for the product, because they will then be charged for it again. The partnership fee is based on how many units a year we will process. And there's a lot of value add within the partnership fee, a lot of transparency on data they've never had before. They get sustainability metrics on the product. They now can say they're a zero landfill company, because that sort of the waste management is on the Renewal Workshop now. And then we also support them with a lot of marketing materials and assets and things like that. So brands have various ways of liquidating old product or dead product or products from other seasons that isn't moving. And we encourage them to do so, because if there's margin to be made in their products, they should go and make it. And there are lots of liquidation channels that exist around the world that a brand can utilize. We really show up when it's waste, when they've written it off, it's off their books, and they don't have another solution for it. Another thing that's sort of a long-term piece of data that we've been collecting and we're really focused on is the actual recyclability of a product. Right now, there's a lot of limitations in what you can recycle in textiles. The only thing really is a mono material, something like 100% polyester. And what we found is that we can give these reports back to our brands and say 65% of your product is made out of a blended fiber that cannot be recycled today. And actually, we don't see any technologies on the horizon that could be recycled. So how do you want to start to plan for design for recyclability, design for disassembly, that kind of thing? So that's really one of our main benefits of partnering with us, is we're trying to help these brands enable a circular economy, and they can't do that without getting feedback from the supply chain on what they produce. Another piece of data that we provide to our brand partners is feedback on the repairs that we do, so that they can get more information on oh yeah, the 90% of our repairs that we're seeing come from button issues. And so that information can go back into the design phase and say, okay, the way we're asking our factories to do buttons, or the types of buttons we might be choosing, is causing a lot of problems down the road, and we'll probably get less returns if we improve that process. So yeah, there's a desire to improve durability of product for sure. According to some studies, 80 billion units of apparel get made every year. So we are not concerned about supply. Brands need different ways in order to engage their customer or get new customers into the brand. And often discounting or sales promotions becomes a way to do this. And what we provide is a totally new product category that's a lower price, that's a way for a consumer to get into the brand in a unique way. So it's product with a really strong story behind it, and it's product at a price point that's more engageable for the brand. So in some ways, we're really opening up the pie as far as like types of consumers that will come into the brand rather than taking a full price sale specifically off a brand partner. We're a unique company because we sit inside of a supply chain where we have a downstream supply chain as well. So about 60% of the products that we receive can be renewed, which leaves about 40% that needs a different type of solution. What we've identified is there's opportunities for upcycling product, which means taking the product and turning it into a new product and then selling it again. So a jacket could become a tote bag or something like that. And we've done some smaller projects with our brand partners to show them the opportunities that they can do. And there's also a handful of companies in the US who actually specialize in upcycling, so we can make that connection and get the material to them and have that process work. The other part of the downstream supply chain is recycling. So because recycling is very limited and it's very new at scale in the apparel industry, where we sit is really unique is to start doing some very strategic R&D pilots with materials we have in-house and recyclers that we know about. So 100% polyester is one that's fairly, I wouldn't say easy, but it's available. So we have started some conversations with companies there, but we need more material. So we just are aggregating enough volume to send. And the nice thing that we offer is that we can work with multiple brands and combine all of the 100% polyesters together and get the volume much faster than if an individual brand was trying to do it themselves. And then there's also some interesting work we're doing inside of cotton recycling too. Our scaling model looks like replication. So we have identified an opportunity to take what we've learned here, the operations, the machinery, the processes, and build renewal facilities near distribution centers all over the world. The other sort of vision for growth is in recycling, and how can we really help innovate and accelerate recycling technologies and getting apparel brands to connect their waste product with these recyclers and also support the buying of the output material from the recyclers to the brands so that we really are enabling this circular economy.